Hello.
Hello,
I think Facebook is
everybody.
still starting really quick, but
Well,
can you all
tell
see
it
and
to
hear
hurry up. I can hear
Facebook?
and see you. I don't know if they
Any
can.
people in the chat?
Let's
Facebook
see.
is taking its time. It's still saying it's starting, but hi
Yeah, I
Beth.
see.
Hi
Yeah, people are
Monica.
saying hi. They can hear us, I think.
Okay, cool. Facebook is just taking its time. You know how it is.
Lori said it's not working, but you let us know if it's still not working. It just takes a second to catch up with our Zoom. Hey,
And
Beth.
Facebook is live. Okay.
There we go. Hello,
All
everybody.
right. Hi.
We're so
Oh my God.
excited. We haven't seen you in a while. I do have to apologize because we fell down on the job a little. We were going to post a video in June and then ALA, I'm not gonna lie, just took over.
I
So
was sick
sorry.
too for a full week.
Yeah, we had a
Yeah.
lot. We had vacations, like it was a lot. So I'm sorry. I know you missed us gracing your page, but we're back for July. Regularly scheduled programming will continue with our first Wednesday of the month. So come on. Um, this is our, I'm sorry, I'm also getting over losing my voice at ALA. So if I sound a little wacky,
Lainey
that
was
is
in the
also why
trenches a little bit vocally.
I don't know what was going on, but I was so excited that I lost my voice. And we're excited to see you all here. And okay, great. They said it's working now. Cool. Thank you. We'll start off with Grace's question corner.
Oh my God. Yes. My question, everybody, are you traveling anywhere this summer? Are you doing fun things? If you're taking a vacation, let us know where. If you let us know when and where, Lainey and I will be there. If you got extra room in the hotel, let us know. But yeah, where's everybody going this summer?
That's so funny. What if we just showed up
And your
and you're like,
vacation.
I'll be in, Florida at this time. And we're just like, hi.
Yay. Um, I know that I'm going to Canada for a bachelorette party at the end of the month. So that'll be fun. Going to Boston, the ocean. Okay, let's check anything on Facebook.
Yeah.
Going to Toronto. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, I'll be nearby a
Maybe you're
little.
going the same wedding.
That'd be funny. I will be nearby, but not quite, but close.
Yeah.
11 state trip out west. Oh, that's
Sounds
amazing.
nice.
South Dakota.
11? That's crazy.
That is a crazy. So were you, I'm guessing you were driving, right? Like a road trip? That'll be
And over there, it's not small states. It's a
that's
long
fun.
drive.
South Dakota, Maine. ALA in Chicago was phenomenal. Yes, ALA was so fun.
I thought it was we'll talk about some highlights. I think it was really, really awesome. I think that I don't know, like the energy was there, but like the amount of people, it was just like a whirlwind all around. We had a great buzz. At our buzz, we showed some videos, and I think, we'll share those in the coming weeks with everyone. If you weren't there, traveling via books, I love that. We will be, yeah. So I was just gonna like give some updates, and we're gonna post some things soon, but I felt like we had some great standing signs outside. Like we had Partita as a banner, which is the new Barbara King solver. We had like, oh my goodness, Tempest was so huge. Like people were coming to the buzz for galleys. We had a standing sign. We had a big audio display. I thought that that was a really interesting focal point. And a lot of people were interested. And if
Let me see if I can
anyone
pull
here,
those up.
yeah, if anyone here is not auto approved for audio ALCs, we would love to get that set up for you because we have this new program where we do release to on sale. So even if they're not an ALC like far in advance, most books go up after their release date on NetGalley. So you can really listen to a lot of books early, and we can whitelist you or auto approve, whichever platform. Um, I will say NetGalley is slightly easier to use for the audio, but they do have some on Edelweiss. NetGalley only has the release situation though. ALCs are only on Edelweiss only has ALCs. So
The files for the signs are so big that they
yeah,
are taking
it's
a long time
fine.
to open, but
But we
visualize
had
them in
a
your mind's eye.
we had a whole place like in the booth of like audio, just some really great narrators, which I'm excited to be able to highlight because we used to bring CDs to ALA and like CDs are not printed as much. So we wanted to have a showcase of them. The other thing that I thought was really interesting is our 250th American Classics, which can lead us a little into our July 4th combo we're going to have in a second. But the American Classics are a program for HarperCollins throughout all of our divisions. They've selected 250 the books that represent America for the 250th anniversary, and they redid all the covers in house. They'll have little like special effects and fun things. And oh yeah, okay, everyone wants to know about audio. Hey Jen, hey Jennifer, hey Charlotte, hey. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna get distracted, but yeah, just send us an email and we'll get
Mhm.
you caught up on audio. Um, so what was I saying? American Classics. Someone in house redesigned and put like little nods in
So
all of the covers. And we did Rainbow for Pride at ALA, and it was really beautiful. And I thought like we had so many great conversations around that, like books people love,
yeah.
and you can get a new classic that all match. They're really beautiful. Um, what else, Grace? We had some awesome authors.
Oh, we had so many awesome authors. It's so funny. Like you leave ALA, it was like what, a week ago, and I'm like, so that was 45 years ago. I've aged
Mm.
so much. We had, oh God, we have like 12 authors between
Um,
events and signings. Um, Amazing panels. We did our book buzz, our big book buzz. I'm trying to think if I have a place where
Yeah, we had
we
D.L.
author
Hughley
photos.
at the Laughs on Us. That was wild. He
Yeah.
really spoke about his upcoming memoir about his father. It was really arresting and very sweet. Um, and then I don't know, we had a million amazing things going on. Like it'd be impossible to sit here and tell you about every single one in the time we have. But I really thought overall it was just, it was awesome. Oh, there you go. There are a few. Um,
And we had others signing in the booth that weren't doing
mm,
events.
mm.
But yeah, we
Yeah,
had a
it
lot of
was
fun
just
stuff.
really a great show, and Grace like killed it. It was just
Oh,
so like
please.
we were all running around doing different things, catching up with different authors, and just like honestly, it's so fun because you get to just meet this author if you haven't met them already, or get to talk to these authors and tell them how much their book means to you and get it into your librarian's hands. So ALA is just it's a lot. It's at the end, like great, like my voice it's a lot, but it's so much fun. So that's our
Lainey's
little ALA quarter.
and Lainey's the best. We have a little dream team, the two of us. So yeah, it was
We do what we
it's a
gotta
good
do.
show. Yeah, it was a good show for sure.
Yeah,
And I think
we miss lots of things about past years, which I won't go into, but we had such a great time, and I thought I could have done without Grace. So it was
right
lovely.
back at you. We're
Yeah,
actually not in the same room. Sometimes we have an illusion where but I'm like high-fiving Lainey up because she's above me right now. So
I say you're above me, so it doesn't work.
I'm to the skies. I don't know.
Raising the roof.
Sweet. Okay.
um, Okay, so what else do we want to talk about? We did our ALA corner. Oh, 250th. Let me just
Oh
quickly
yeah.
say we have all the American classics, but we also have a great resource from our two authors, Stephanie Dre and Laura Camoy, who wrote Founding a Fun Founding Mother, the Reese's Book Club pick for the month, which was just so exciting. But they have put together these awesome resources on their website, and I'm going to put it in the chat. Thank you, Grace. Um, and they have come up with a list about all the women at the beginning of the US and throughout who have made a difference. And it's a book for every day of July. And it's got a lot of resources for libraries to do standing displays or to have book club discussions. And they put a lot of work into this. I'm trying to find their it easily 1 second. Um, they I'll just go because we shared it, so I can just go to where we shared it. Um, but yeah, it's so cool. And like I'll show you if I can get it pulled up in a reasonable amount of time. I'm sorry.
I also
Oh, here it is. It's called Remember the Ladies, and I have a little, I'll show you. It's like a little image. Um, and they put together fiction and nonfiction for readers of all ages to celebrate the 250th. And when you go to this link, it's their website, and they have a whole list of books that are going to be great to read throughout the month. And you can see it. They have one each day. You can dive into them. You can scan for more resources, and then the book list, obviously not in a calendar. And then you can really dive deep with like an asset folder. You can like put things in the Canva, and you can make your own assets. Like they really thought everything through, and it's so great for book clubs and libraries. So I hope you take a look. I'll put it in the chats. But
Um,
I think it's so cool.
yeah. And the authors also did a 5 minutes with us. So I'm
Hmm.
gonna pop that in the chat. So that's
Yeah.
yeah, very exciting.
I don't
Um,
know. I think it's perfect because it's not just Fourth of July. Like you have so much you can dive into all month long.
yeah, women's
Um,
history. Sue said Founding Mother is our book club next week. So that's so exciting. Yay. Okay,
oh,
cool.
nice. Oh, Jennifer Drama said, "What are your favorite American classics?" That's a really good
Ooh.
question. That's really hard. That's like
Yeah.
deciding.
Well, out of the ones that we did,
I
like
know what yours is, Grace.
what out of the ones that we did reissues of, or the
The 250, yeah, the
yeah.
the American
Um,
classics. Well, I mean, I'm assuming, oh, yeah.
out of the ones that we did, like that, no,
We
no,
know
because
what it
that
is.
wasn't one of them. That wasn't one of the
Yeah, it
ones with
was.
the pretty cover. It wasn't?
I think so.
I feel like I would have noticed. Very
No, I'm
specific.
pretty sure.
Okay, I'm looking it up because I'm not sure. But the ones I remember us absolutely doing, I did love To Kill a Mockingbird. It's a great one.
Yeah.
I also loved The Bell Jar, of course. I read a lot of Sylvia Plath as a teenager, which was really embarrassing. This is a lot about me. Um,
I did like the bell jar too.
let's see. Ladies thinking of the things they carried by Tim O'Brien.
I
Uh,
swear they have it on this list.
but if they don't have it on the list, I have it right here. Don't you worry. I keep it on me.
Oh, I'm like, I'm gonna find this because I'm just so sure that it's on there. I mean, I can't name them all officially off the top of my head right now, but we do have a great website, and I'll put it in the chat from Harper. Um, well, maybe I'm totally wrong, and I saw another one on the shelf, but I swore that I saw it. Oh well, if it was on there, great, that would be Grace's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I have so many too. Like Charlotte's Web's great. I love Their Eyes Were Watching God. Um, I don't know. It's really hard to pick. And what was really cool, I thought, and we have some like YA titles. So we have like The Hate You Give, Poet X. Um, we also um got to see like Ann Patchett hadn't seen Bel Canto yet. So when she came to PLA, she's like, I have not even seen this. So that was kind of cool. And that one has a cool cover too. It's beautiful. Like they're really pretty in person.
Yeah, here I can pull up the page. Where is it? American
Putting
Classic.
it in the chat.
Oh, you beat me to it. Here I can show
Yeah,
the
because I was looking at them. I don't know why I'm thinking that that was a part of it, just because Grace talks about it all the time.
the
Maybe that.
classic to me. Yeah, Lainey and I have this like little bit of like authors we constantly talk about, and we will be talking about Lainey's
Yeah,
later today. Um,
yeah. Also, Our Town. What a cool cover for that one.
yeah. Tales of the City. I love this cover.
Yeah,
So pretty.
and we did them all in rainbow like
Mhm.
color for the
Yeah.
booth. It was really cool.
We have Nikki Giovanni there. It's really
Yeah,
phenomenal. They've got a little video you can check out.
yeah. So that's. I feel like if you need some content, some displays for the 250th in July, like we got you covered. Harper's got your back. And we actually did back to ALA a little because we did do this in the booth. We did celebrate our 100th anniversary of Morrow, and a lot of those books, obviously, from all divisions. But Morrow, we did a bag with a past, present, and future book to celebrate their 100 years. And one of the books was Miss Archer, and you will hear us talk a lot about that in the coming months. But just know that was the big exciting galley that we were like, this is giving us the, as Chris, who used to work here, would say, the tinglies. So I hope you keep eye on the radar for Miss Archer.
And I threw in the link to like the HarperCollins 100 page for Morrow because they have
Yeah,
a
yeah.
list of I think 50 books fiction, 50 nonfiction, or it's like 52, 48. I don't remember. But yeah, so that those are there. Obviously, just a lot of
Yeah.
great ones on that page. Like just things that are going to be classics. What are like modern classics? So yeah, it's really exciting. And should we tell everyone about our big event tomorrow?
My goodness, we
Oh my
have to
God.
tell you, we're so excited about our event tomorrow. It's like we're like, oh my goodness, this is happening. This is going to be such a great event. We have writers to watch tomorrow. As you know, it's our monthly author chat. We have 4 authors on. We got this confirmed, and then we kind of blasted it out at ALA, and we've just really been pushing it out everywhere because we're just so excited. And like at ALA, these were the topics of conversation, all of these books. So I know there's a lot of fans and a lot of people are going to be so excited. We actually made a link for questions, which we can put in the chat for to kind of get ahead of tomorrow, make sure everyone's questions we get to everyone's questions. And so we have a link we'll put in.
A
But
virtual drum roll. Virtual drum
oh,
roll. I
virtual
can't, I
drum roll
can't, I can't do a
for
drum
a
roll.
reminder of all of the great ones. Yes, like
Are we ready?
yeah,
Are we
put it
ready?
up there.
It's coming up. Are we ready? Okay. All right.
Oh my goodness.
Can you believe that? Can you believe that?
We are so excited. Like you have to come. It's gonna be so great. It's tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's on Crowdcast, just like you're watching now. And or you can go on Facebook if you're watching there too. And Grace, if you're on Crowdcast, you get a little fun extra too, right?
Yeah. So if you're on Crowdcast, we send out the e-galleys ahead of time and you're auto approved. So you don't have to wait for someone to go in there and automatically click it. You can just start reading, or you can read after. You can read anytime. No one's gonna take it away from you. But we encourage you to read beforehand, get some questions ready. And I'm also gonna send the link to the Jot form where you can leave questions
Yeah.
in case, you know, you just want
And
to
I'm
get them out,
sure
get them out there.
you're gonna have questions for Gregory Maguire. We
Oh,
have
come on.
number one New York Times best-selling author Gregory Maguire. He wrote Wicked, among many other books. This is Galinda, of course. We have to know about the pink-clad, efflorescent, ever popular, which I love that is written in there because that's probably one of my favorite songs from Wicked. But about our favorite popular character, and it's who was she before she went to school, before she knew Elfie. Like it's it's going to be a lot to dive into, and take you back to the time you first read Wicked. Um, we're really excited to have Gregory on, and then we have Victoria Aveyard. Oh my goodness, this book, her adult debut. I can't tell you. I was telling Grace yesterday, I was like, you have like this, there's so much in this book. It's such good themes to dive into, like as these people are going into like colonized kind of territories in this kind of historical romantasy, but also it's adventure on the high seas, and it's a lot of great tension and a lot of characters who are like a little morally gray. And so I just feel like I'm going back to my young self in Pirates of the Caribbean, and I'm just like, this is where I want to be. This is where I want to be hanging out. And we'll have it's going to have another book, so lots of things from Victoria. And if you it's been optioned, so they're like working on like that, and then you can just go listen to her on like social because she's talking about all of the fun things that go into writing and promoting this book. So I think we're gonna have a good time with Victoria as well.
Yeah. And then we have The True Confessions of First Lady Freeman by Disha Filia. She was at ALA and I know Lorraine in the chat said that she got her signed copy. She spoke on the author tea that UFL, United for Libraries, hosts, and she was just an amazing speaker, signed a lot of books, and we're just really excited to get this one and to your hands and for you to hear from her. She's a very magnetic speaker. I loved hearing from her. This is about the wife of a mega church pastor. It's like she kind of upends her rags to Rolex life when a secret from her past comes into the spotlight. And I remember when we were all reading this, it was just kind of like, okay, this feels like you're reading like juicy gossip at the like it's so fun to read. It's, sexy and funny and just really, really phenomenal. And she was the author of The Secret Life of Church Ladies. And we're just really excited to have her on tomorrow. So Disha is phenomenal. And then we have our lead read of fall 2026. The lead read program is um something that we do internally at HarperCollins for the sales force and read a bunch of books, and the sales team votes on like the read of the season. So Female Life on Planet Earth by Lale Khadivi was the fall 2026 pick. She was also at ALA. She is so funny. She had me cracking up during her talk at the Your Morning is Booked with Alma and Library Reads. And this is this gorgeous novel about a daughter whose mother passes away, and she kind of starts to like see her mother in a new light and understand this complex and contradictory person that exists inside of every woman. And um yeah, I think I think there's a lot to relate to in this novel. And yeah, Lale was just really phenomenal. We're really excited to have her tomorrow. She told a very funny story about her mom, which I don't know if she's going to bring up again, but maybe she will. And if she does, it made me laugh. So we have just I
Oh.
just can't believe this lineup, Lainey. How did we get so lucky? How did we get so blessed?
I know. And it was so nice to see Disha and Lally at the at ALA because it was just like these books were just so special. So I think I was talking about female life on planet Earth. I was like, it was like a fever dream in the best way. Like it was so poetic and beautiful. I was just like lavishing in it. And then I was like, it's just like about like the kaleidoscope that is a human soul. And like you don't know them. And then I was telling Disha, like, yours is like a Bravo show. Like I just could not turn it off. Like I just wanted to know more about this life. And it was so juicy, but then like at the bottom has like so much heart and other themes of like, making it out, or do you ever really make it out? Like do those things follow you? Like I don't know. We're gonna have a great discussion, I think. So please come and hear more.
Yeah, we got something for like everybody in here. We got some
Yeah.
fantasy, some contemporary fiction, some literary fiction. It's gonna be a really fun night. So tomorrow,
Yeah.
7 p.m. I threw the jot form in there and I threw in the registration link. Um, so yeah, you can check that out. We're just really,
Yeah.
really
Who's tell
excited.
us who's coming. Let us know in the chat. Are you
Yeah.
come on, who's coming?
So yeah,
Or, send a question if you can.
yeah, you can also email us a question if you don't want to
Yeah,
use the
yeah.
platform. Like, get the question to us. We'll have it
Mhm.
asked. And you can also leave it in the crowdcast like Q&A box on Writers to Watch. I'll check Galley Gabfest, but go there. um, so yeah, I think it's gonna be a really good night
Yeah,
and
Sylvia said so excited for tomorrow. Yay.
it's gonna be so fun. And then
And
I
Lillian said it's a great event. Thank you.
amazing. So I have a catalog for today that has those books in it too. So um
Yeah. Oh, like all of the books we're gonna get to in a
yeah,
second.
all of the books we're gonna get to, including the our Writers to Watch folks.
Yeah. All right. Tell us how you're doing. I feel like no one said anything, so I'm like, are we good? You're like, yes, we know about
So
Riders to
you're all
Watch.
here.
Or what else do we want to hear about? Um, okay, so I don't know. I think that was our big notes. ALA, Writers to Watch, July 4th activities. Um, oh, check mark.
Oh, that's so
That was the
sweet.
highest compliment. It's so kind of you.
The only after work webinar I attend is Writers to Watch. That is so sweet. I understand you. Thank you. I
Yeah.
love that. Okay.
Okay, yeah, so we're ready for booky books.
Book time. Okay. I'm gonna share my screen. Lainey is kicking us off with this tiny unknown writer that no one's ever heard of before named Barbara Kingsolver.
Oh yeah, anyone ever heard of Barbara Kingsolver? She's like, she's kind of underground. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you about her. This book was also won at ALA that everyone was wanting a galley for. We were lucky enough to have galleys for a lot of people who asked. So I'm really happy. Um, so we have Barbara Kingsolver. So it's got a 275K announced print. So that tells you how much we love Barbara. Like Barbara is a legend. Best-selling works of fiction, 10 best-selling works of fiction, including Unsheltered, The Poisonwood Bible. I mean, like Demon Copperhead won the 2023 Pulitzer Prize for fiction. She's one of the most acclaimed writers working today. She's beloved. She's awarded the National Humanities Medal and the Dayton Literary Peace Prize for her body of work. And this new book, we're just always so happy to have one from her. It's about classical music, reflecting on class barriers, the risk of ambition, and the timeless life changing power of art. And it has a lot of universal themes that will resonate with those looking to be seen and understood through stories. So it's about Olivia Cable. She's made her peace with her marriage and her modern farm country life. And now she gets a shocking phone call from an old lover. It kind of shocks her, shakes her to the core. Decades earlier, the man she knew as a music conservatory, that word came out, student, estranged from her home and family. She kind of got to know this person. She was uncertain of anything except for this passion for music and wanting to be an extraordinary pianist. That word came easy, but his request is now to see her again and start ghosts that she's kept at bay for a lifetime. And we go from past to present. She's going to confront these memories, and it's kind of framed as musical dances with the experiences of loss and abandonment and her childhood and like love lost. If you connected with women navigating art, identity, and family, like in books like Tom Lake, you'll really appreciate this. And we're really happy to have another one from Barbara Kingsolver coming in October. Oh, me again. 1 second. I also mistyped and now I'm saving something with a zero instead of an O. So 1 second. Now I've done that. Okay. Um, let's talk about another legend. I feel like, man, I'm really kicking us off with some legends here. So this is Philippa Gregory, like one of the world's most foremost historical novelists. This is not set in Henry VIII's court, but it's very much for her readers who love the White Queen and Bull and Trader, kind of like that palace intrigue, royal scandals, unforgettable heroine. And there's some like stories of medieval seers and witchcraft too. But if like royals and scandals, I mean, I opened my email yesterday and there was something about Prince Harry. Like royals are never going away. We're all fascinated by them, and this just gives us even more to dive into. But she has this passion for bringing women of history to the forefront and telling their stories. And this is about Eleanor Cobham, who arrived at court with nothing, and she just wanted to marry well, but her ambition kind of carried her further than any woman had been. And she wanted to rule with her own destiny and to rule England itself. They say she summoned the devil himself to secure her fate. They say she might have plotted to murder a king. Now she gets to tell the story, and it's Philippa Gregory. I mean, she can just tell such an intriguing story and really put so much history in there where you just don't even feel like you're reading history. You're just like absorbing a really fast-paced, wonderful novel with a lot of women at the forefront.
Okay, now to me, Cash Cow. So this is by Alette Scott. The author is a journalist who's been published in The Times, Sunday Times, Guardian, Huffington Post, and more. She's also done radio work and TV work with the BBC. So she is an excellent researcher and has just done amazing work with Cash Cow. It is an exploration of the global fertility industry and how the maternal body has been commodified. I feel like I've been seeing a lot of like discussions online surrounding surrogacy and other topics about fertility, particularly with celebrities. Like, I feel like every time a celebrity has a baby via surrogacy, like the internet, they're talking about it. So I think it's kind of a hot topic right now, and the industry itself is very profitable, yet morally and ethically complex. So that's what Scott is focusing on here. She talks about things from freezing eggs to buying black market breast milk, how biological bad luck can turn into another person's financial gain, and whether it's ethical to be a surrogate at all. So her undercover reporting and firsthand accounts blend beautifully in this book, and it creates this really thought provoking deep dive into the industry and its impact on not only the world, but individuals. I was just really fascinated during the read, and I think it's going to be great for maybe, I was thinking, this is a book I would go to if I were like in like a feminist theory course or something in college. So I think academic libraries are actually really going to like this one. So that is Cash Cow, and that is on sale in October. Also, I just thought it was kind of genius that the ISBN is like on the front here. I just wanted to call that out, like the barcode and then the ISBN.
And
Um,
that's like actually the book's barcode.
I think so. I mean, I
That's
haven't scanned
funny.
it, so somebody scan this and let me know. That's really cool. Okay, and then Mestra. So my biggest struggle is pronouncing, Greek words and mythology. So hang in there with me. But I did look these up. So this is from the number one New York Times best-selling author of Circe, and it is Madeline Miller's first work of fiction since then. So we're beyond excited. She is such a legend, especially in the reimagining and mythological space. So this is a reimagining of the forgotten myth of Mestra. So she is the daughter of the king of Thessaly, and she has been given a gift by Poseidon. She can transform into any being. So she has this gift, but on the other hand, her father has this curse where he has this unnatural, insatiable hunger, and she thinks she can use her gift to try to help him, but will she just be another thing consumed by her father? Can she actually help him, or will she have to finally break free? So I just nobody does this genre like Madeline Miller. And this is a short story. It's clocking in at around 80 pages, so you can read it in one bite. Um, which I'm now realizing as I'm saying that aloud is a nice little pun moment. So very excited for Mestra. It has this really beautiful cover. Like I said, 80 pages, very a quick read. And next I am passing it back to Lainey. I know Lainey is very, very personally excited for this one. Um, so
Yeah.
tossing the baton to you.
So Nara Smith, Nara Aziza Smith. Um, I don't know if you know of Nara, but Nara has a very popular TikTok, and it is at Nara Aziza. So it's this kind of, if you don't know it, it's kind of one of that sometimes I find myself being like, why am I down this rabbit hole? Because it's like so homemade things that are like, there's like 20 steps. She like made gum once, like she made, she's like, I'm gonna make Cheez-Its. And then people kind of like joke and they're like, that took 20 years. But like what she's doing is making these wholesome, whole foods for her family. And she has a really soothing voice. And you just kind of can't help but look. Am I going to personally make those Cheez-Its? Probably not. But I'm so glad that she is. And so she and she's always like glamorously dressed. So in a way, I think she has like she's now under like she kind of is making a little fun herself and like being like, yeah, of course I'm making gum in this Dior gown or like whatever. So I think she does it a little as a nod to everyone saying that, but she always looks fantastic. Wish I could look like that every day at home. And she prepares these nourishing whole meals for her family. She grew up in Germany and she was inspired by her grandmother's cooking and intention behind it. And she was working as a model and she met her supermodel husband, Lucky Blue Smith, if you know them. And then she has had a lot of like health journeys on her own. She also recently, if you do follow her, she's dealing with one of her children have some health issues. So she's just really open and honest on this platform. And she's just an entrepreneur who takes the time to be intentional with the food that we're putting in our bodies. She's kind of a self-taught cook. She has an ethos of slowing down and cooking like with intention, like I said. But a few of the things she's going to talk about um, are going to go over, which it kind of ranges from simple to complex. But um, Lucky's oat chocolate chip cookies, pork schnitzel, one dough pasta, baked fall vegetable salad with miso sherry dressing, cinnamon toast squares. Like it's a little bit of everything. And I actually have her post about the book that I think would be kind of fun to look at. So I'm going to pull it up. So she has some kind of like behind the scenes pictures of her. Great, Grace, sorry, won't let me share my screen when you're sharing.
Fire.
Okay, thank you. I didn't tell you I was doing that. So how can I share sound? Okay. So she posted the picture. This is kind of like perfectly encapsulates her videos where she's like over the top kind of for these simple homemade sources of food. But so she like screwed this in and then she like posted about the book and all the shoots that she had with her kids and like laying it out and being again intention really goes into this book. There's the Cheez-Its, the famous Cheez-Its. But yeah, like it's going to be a beautifully illustrated or not illustrated, beautifully designed book with a lot of food that is, something you can aspire to or something you can just try out and, make some of your favorites, but a home version. That's her husband. Sorry. It was loud. I moved on. And then, yeah, so I don't know, go check it out. Her family is beautiful. And if you're a cookbook fan and you don't know her, that's okay. It's just great recipes. Yeah.
And I sent like her Instagram and her TikTok in the chat. She
Yes.
has 12.5 million followers on TikTok alone. Like, I don't
Yeah.
even know 12 people. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're really, really excited for homemade. And then
There's something like wholesome, like she's
totally.
outside walking and there's this beauty around her and she's just like slowing down and making a good meal. I don't know. There's something about it.
There's something like kind of like indomitable about the human spirit when it comes to making Cheez-Its. Like sometimes it's really hard to even
Mm.
like microwave something and then there she is. So very cool. I'm going to share my screen. I think almost all of my books are nonfiction. I just realized that. Okay. And then we have Essential by Enrique Acevedo. So this is a very essential and timely book from Enrique Acevedo, who is an influential Spanish language journalist. He's an Emmy Award winning anchor who is a correspondent for CBS News and has done so much in his career that if I went into it, we'd be here all day. So this is just an incredible work of journalism with also personal exploration of what it means today to be Latino in America. So that is a question he asked. What does it mean to be Latino today in our current climate? So he very seamlessly blends years of reporting with his own experience to create this nuanced and important portrait of this community. And Latinos make up nearly 1 in 5 Americans, but their existence has been reduced, politicized, or misunderstood in this political climate with Trump's presidency. And too often the community is only talked about in terms of immigration. So this book has never been timelier, and he dives into labor, identity, resilience, and contradictions while really urging this country to go beyond its current understanding of belonging and what it means to be, a person, and to accurately encapsulate the history and culture and complexity of its people. So we're really, really excited and proud to be publishing this fall. So that is essential. And then passing it over to Lainey.
Okay. My goodness. I have a lot of nonfiction too. I feel like sometimes we get the request for nonfiction, but we didn't even really try this time. We just have a lot of great nonfiction. So this book, I have to say, oh, and the Nara Smith. Sorry, I didn't tell you
Lainey
the
broke
date.
up for a second. Can
Oh,
you?
can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can everyone hear
Oh,
me?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm in the office, so sometimes the Wi-Fi gets a little odd in some places. Sorry. Um, okay, I was saying I didn't tell them the Nara Smith on sale. That's October. But I this book came out in May, Conversations with My Rabbi by Rabbi Ellie Schlinger and Nikki Goldstein. This is this is really important, an important book. It came out in May, but I think I want to revisit it, and I'll tell you why at the end. We've gotten a lot of great news about this book. It's been in the news a lot. It's got a lot of like hits, and I think that it's something we can all gather around. So this is a really hopeful exploration of faith, identity, and morality. And it's conversations between Nikki and a man who saved her life and became her spiritual mentor, Ellie Schlinger, who's a rabbi. So in September 2022, I can't speak, September 2022, Nikki was comatose near death in Sydney in an ICU, and her daughter spotted Rabbi Ellie Schlinger in the hallway. Nikki's husband asked the rabbi to come pray for her, and standing beside her bed, whispered these prayers. A day later, Nikki began recovering from a life threatening infection, and the doctors called it a miracle. And she regained her health, and she's this secular Jewish woman and this devout rabbi. They formed this unlikely beautiful friendship, and they come from different worlds. One's kind of grounded in religious tradition, and the other temporal modernity. No,
On modernity.
modernity. I don't know. My
You
voice
got
is
it.
cracking, so I'm very sorry. But yeah, and so they discovered that they're seeking answers to the same questions. They're just finding them in different places in their life, and they're coming together. So they had these conversations. And there's some really great videos. I'll put one in the chat of like where this book idea came from. But she was like, I'm going to write a book, and they turned to ancient Jewish teachings and guidance to live more ethically, compassionately, and spiritually. And in January 2025, so sadly, they were about to get the book done, and that was like weeks before they were about to write the final chapter. Ellie was murdered in Sydney's Bondi Beach, at the second deadliest mass casualty shooting. He'd run an event there for 18 years. It was so shocking. Obviously, in shock and grief, Nikki decided she's going to vow to talk about his legacy and his mission to bring light, love, and moral clarity to the world. And his teachings are going to be more necessary than ever. So these are also around laws tied to biblical Noah, universal principles. There's seven questions, like tell me why I should believe in God. Is stealing really that bad? Like, what does justice look like? Like these deep, dark, not these deep, dark, these deep, broad questions, and how we can look at Jewish wisdom, but really just apply that to everyone. So that's what this book is about. I have a video I'm going to send. It's a very, I was getting, it was, it was really touching because his brother-in-law is also a spiritual leader and was, on this video with Nikki and talking about how special this book is. But I think I was talking to somebody who worked on this book, and I was like, we were just saying how in a world where nothing makes sense, nothing makes sense these days. Everyone's looking for community. Everyone's looking for answers. And it's like, what can we learn by coming together and talking about the hard questions together? And like, this is a miracle been brought on by devastation. And like life, it has up and downs, but there's so much to dive into and have conversations with each other in this book. So I'll stop talking now, but I just think that it's an important one. I've been seeing it places. I wanted to share it in case you haven't read it yet. And maybe it will encourage, your book clubs or other, an interfaith discussion. I don't know, but maybe the library can really use it to connect. So it's already out. It came out in May.
Beautifully said, Lainey. Thank you. Okay. This is kind of a really tone switch, but the World Cup, has anyone heard of this little thing called the World Cup? No. Okay, me neither, but here's a book about it. Um, so I think you like cannot turn around without saying stuff about the World Cup right now. and it's just everywhere. And it's really beautiful to see people coming together in sports right now. I feel like New York specifically is a very beautiful time. Like where, we just got off that Knicks run, which was awesome. And now we get the World Cup, a great time for sports and a great time for community. And just wanted to say beautiful things happen with sports. They really bring people together. Um, so this is a personal history and celebration of, quote, the world's greatest sporting event by Roger Bennett. He's the founder of and CEO of the Men in Blazers Media Network, which is the biggest soccer or football, whichever you want to, wherever you are, whatever you call it, soccer or football platform in the US. And it covers every part of the game from men's soccer to women's soccer to club soccer to international soccer. So he really knows what he's talking about. And he starts this in the 70s and kind of talks about how the sport was mocked and dismissed for so long, but now is like one of the biggest world sporting events ever. Like, I don't know. I think of like obviously the Olympics, then you think of the World Cup. It's just huge. And I know we're like pretty far into the World Cup now, but this is on sale already. So if you're missing soccer when it ends, you can pick this up. And I would love to hear who you're rooting for. I'm very sorry if your team is already out. Brazil was a pretty brutal loss for my household. So who are you rooting for going into the end of this? I'd love to hear. Um, so that
I
is We
mean,
Are the
like
World.
literally soccer takes over the world for
Yeah.
all these months, and like it's one of the biggest sports in the world. So like this book is really essential. It's cool.
Yeah, yeah. And Tammy just said it is amazing how it brought everyone together. It's what I love about sports is I was never like very like a huge sports fan, and I've kind of gotten into it into like my 20s. But it is really beautiful. You have people from all different walks of life in a room that maybe would never have a reason to be in a room together, but they do because there's a sporting event going on, and it's such a contagious energy. So that is We Are the World Cup. And then Lainey, in typical Lainey fashion, we're moving on to Willie Fly.
It's not going to be long because you know how much we love Willie Vaughton, and that was Virginia. Virginia and Chris got me into Willie Vaughton, and what do they say? Like, if he has no fans, then I'm not on this planet, or like something. But I oh, Willie Vaughton. But I just wanted to remind you that there was a great interview on PBS. I'm not even kidding. I was watching it before this, and I was tearing up. It was so beautiful. And I always think back to what Willie Vaughton's longtime editor said in a post about him winning an award. And it said, reading Willie Vaughton is a lesson in empathy. And I think about that all the time. And you can really see it in this amazing interview. It's so beautiful. And like Willie's just talking about understanding hurt and pain, and you put all of this in a box and you take one thing out, you can really analyze it. And he's like, I can save my characters in these books. Like you have to watch this video. It is so good. And there's also the soundtrack to the book that is now available, so I'll put those in there in the chat because you definitely want to listen to those. And then that's all I'll say, because you know how much we love him, and I know you all love him. But if you missed this interview, I really wanted to put on your radar.
Look, it's not a Galley Gab Fest unless Tim O'Brien and Willie Vaughn are mentioned at least once. I would love to go back and see how many times we have mentioned the two of them. Um, and I
It's
don't,
just it's like a clip of us being that.
it's just us saying it over and over again. And you will be hearing more about Tim O'Brien because he's got a new one coming in the winter, which I talked about at ALA. But
Oh, don't you worry, we're working on writers to watch. We'll see. We'll
oh
see.
yeah, everyone, please, whatever, if you know, you believe in, whatever thing you believe in, please pray for me or put the energy in the universe so I get to talk to Tim O'Brien. That would be lovely.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm putting PBS interview in there. I'm putting it in this chat. I'm telling you, I'm a big fan of the books and the person, Willie Button. But it really did kind of make me emotional. Um, yeah, if you haven't read Willie Button, I don't know what you're doing. stop everything you're doing and go do that.
I think I literally also have a Willy Flon book.
Oh my gosh. Jennifer, correct me.
Oh God. I don't have one right now, but I'm sure it'll come to me at some point.
We'll talk to you. Come find us. I don't
Oh,
know why that just made me laugh after I was
no,
like, this
that
made
was
me emotional.
uh, you know, it has been a lovely afternoon with all of you. If you're in the New
Oh,
York State area, I hope you survive the heat wave okay. Stay cool. Um, I love all of the talk of the like sports talk in here right now. Yeah, the Cape Verde game really just was very intense. Um, Now we have, yeah, it's been raining here too a lot, which I'm not mad about. It cooled it down. So do we have any?
all right, I think that's it. We've had
Oh,
a
yeah,
really great day. Don't forget tomorrow, 7 p.m. Please join us. And like anybody could watch that. So if you have a person in your life who's a fan of any of these authors, anybody can come. We welcome all.
yeah. Throwing the registration link in there just one more time. And if you're on Facebook, you can go to our event page and it is there as well. It's just going to be really great. And again, if you register for Writers Watch, you get eGalley's auto approved download for those upcoming ones if they're available. Sometimes we have them far enough in advance where they're not out yet, which is fun in and of itself because then you get like a really big sneak peek. So it's going to be really fun. Gregory Maguire, Victoria Aveyard, Disha Filia, Lale Khadivi. Really, really great lineup tomorrow. And yeah,
Can't wait. Love it. I'll be
you.
there. See you then.
Thank you all. We adore you. Happy summer. We'll see you tomorrow night or August
Yeah.
and
First
August,
Wednesday of the month.
hopefully.
And
Hopefully you're at both.
and yeah. I'll
All
see you
right.
then.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.